Hi, it's Campbell Such. This is Mindbite Thursday, your weekly dose of the human edge in technology. This week, presentations, and specifically asking questions from stage. There's a subtle change in how you ask a question that can make a really big difference. When asking a question, there are two main outcomes. The first is the usual thing we want, which is effectively a survey to see how many people in the audience do or don't, are or aren't, have or have something. The second is when you want the audience to see what everyone else is doing or thinking or not doing. The key is to always consider which of those two outcomes you want. Once you've picked that, you can pick the approach to serve the outcome. Is the outcome that you want everyone to see what everyone else is doing, or is it that you want to know the answer? There's a critical difference in the way you then ask the question. The mistake that most of us make when we're looking for a show of hands is to ask, how many of you? But if you look at the literal words in the question, it's to look around the room and count the hands. From the audience perspective, the speaker hasn't said, it's my responsibility to raise my hand. What they have said is it's my responsibility to look around the room and try and answer the question. So instead of engaging with the speaker, what happens is you engage with the room. So what's the alternative? If you lead with your own hand and say, show of hands, have you ever? Now it's a have you ever direct question towards you if you're sitting in the audience, and if it's true, your hand can shoot up. Now adding in the negative is also powerful, so you can combine them. If your outcome is the alternative, i.e. for everyone to see that no one has done something, you can ask, how many of you have never? That encourages everyone to look around, and now it's important, once you've done that, once you've asked the questions, done the survey, it's important to finish off and with a rough count. You want to always give that because it's often not easy for the members in the audience, the people in the audience to see. So for example, you could say that's 10% of you, or about a third, or almost all of you. Hope that's useful. That's a gem from Phil M. Jones from the Business of Story podcast. Oh, and one more thing to consider when you're speaking. Have you ever been in a presentation where the speaker has spent 5 minutes answering a question from the audience, but you have no idea what the question was because you couldn't hear it? If you're a speaker, I would encourage you to always repeat the question so everyone can hear. That's Campbell Such, Mindbite Thursday for this week. Over and out. See you next week.